I have pimple patches on, and they're staying exactly where they are. Welcome to Pivot of Hearts. Pretty sure it's a visual novel game. I think there's some card stuff in it. I'm not 100% sure. It looks like a romance game. Still not sure. We're gonna go find out together. Is the game audio working? I hope so. This should be. Alright, let's see. Hmm. This game contains sequences of flashing lights. You can disable the effects in the options menu. I did not disable them, so that's gonna be a thing. Chapter 1 Old Friends. Oh. Okay. Priest, here, my last healing spell. I've run out of mana. I appreciate it, friend. Sorry for my blunder back there. Don't worry, we can't win this fight without you anyway. Hey guys, I know it's important to harness the power of friendship and all, but can you give me a hand here already? It's fine, I can hold it a while longer on my own. Oh? Oh. The archer and the warrior desperately fend off the attacks of the gigantic creature in front of them. Finally, back in formation. Come on, we have to use that before it starts attacking again. Indeed, it would be a waste not to use it here. Alright, let me start the ritual. Faster, can't you see the size of that thing? Calm down, friend, I'm here to protect us. It's ready, unleash it. Is it fireball? The party gives the warrior some space. She raises her sword and fixes her stance. They all hold their breath. The magic circle shines and its power encircles the warrior. Oh, it's not fireball. Begone, Queen Slime. By the powers bestowed upon me, I shall banish you to the dark world. Axe Omni slash. Oh. Your game fucked up. Huh? Ah shit, it crashed again. Oh no. That's the third time in a row now. That's not good. I almost know the whole dialogue by heart already. Why did this bug have to happen at the end of such a long cutscene? Little slug thing. I push myself away from the computer. It's well past 10 o'clock. Well, I guess I'll quit for now. I lean on the back of my chair and sigh. Although there's not a single cell in my body doubting that I love developing games, at times like this, I honestly find myself wondering if programming was the right career choice. Oh, it's your game you're testing. It makes no sense. I didn't even touch this part of the code. But you touched other parts of the code. I scowl at the scene. Healing Quest was supposed to be a simple RPG that our indie studio started 6 months ago. It's an original take on a classic genre that scratches that itch for the good old times. Letting my arms drop beside the chair, I conclude that it's time to wrap up the remote work for today. I wanted to fix the bug now because tomorrow will be a busy day at the studio. We'll meet a new artist who's been hired to work on Healing Quest, and just to show how small we are, they appointed me, a programmer, as a new artist guide for the first few months. Aha! Great. I have no idea who they are though. Didn't even have time to skim through their resume. Hopefully they're patient enough to tolerate my humor, or rather, the lack of it. Huh? What? I reached for my cell phone and spot a new message from an old friend. Barbara? Boy, I haven't seen her in a while. Hey Ren, how's your lame ass doing? What a start. Very flat from sitting all day, every day. And you? What color's your hair nowadays? Wanna find out? I'm starting new Castles and Champions campaign and was wondering if you wanted to play too. Ah, okay, D&D. Castles and Champions? That sure brings me back. It's been a while since I last played a tabletop RPG. Barbara is actually an excellent game master. I used to spend entire afternoons trying to escape her twisted plots. Good times. I started typing out an answer. Sure, sounds fun. Cool, the first session will be on Saturday 3 p.m. at my place. Awesome, got it. I set my phone down for a moment, but after some pondering, I pick it up again. So what have you been up to? Oh, you wanna know? I've been learning tarot. Tarot, huh? Figures. You've always been into mystic stuff. Did you find any mysterious book containing a deck of magic cards and accidentally unleash its power onto the world? How did you know? Anyway, shall I give you a rundown? Well, Barbara is recording a voice message. When she gets going, there's no stopping her. I guess I have no choice but to press play. Oh boy. First of all, tarot reading is usually seen as a form of divination, a way of predicting the future, but actually it's more about looking deeply at the present in order to understand it, okay? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm getting sick. Okay. That sounds less occult than I expected. So there are 22 major arcana and 56 minor arcana, making it a total of 78 cards. The minor arcana have 4 suits, just like a deck of playing cards. Actually, it seems like tarot cards were originally used to play games. By the way, do you know what the 4 suits mean? Yeah, I know this much. Nope, enlighten me. Which one do you want to know about? Clubs? Very well. Let's talk about the suit of clubs. It's associated with the element of fire and with creative energy. So it's like that spark that initiates everything. Inspiration, passion, the sudden impulse that propels you forward. So I guess that means something like impetuous? Impetuous? Which one do you want to know about? Diamonds? Alright, diamonds, as you may expect, it has a lot to do with wealth. But it's not really about money per se. Think worldly, mundane. Humans can't just live off ideals, right? As such, its element is earth. You know how in order to harvest crops, you gotta work the field consistently, every day? It's about that sort of steady effort. Oh? Got it, so steadiness, I guess. Which one do you want to know? Hearts? Of course, there is the suit of hearts, which is also known as cups. A chalice filled with water, if you will, which is the element it represents. It's about those shapeless feelings that run as deep as the ocean. The bonds between people, basically. This suit tells you to open your heart and face your emotions. Hearts is emotion, easy enough to remember. Which one do you want to know about? Spades? So there's spades, the coldest of the suits. The chilling blade of swords. This one is associated with wind. Okay. It represents reason, knowledge, truth. And since you can't cross blades on your own, it's also about dialogue. Okay, spades being sharp, using logic. Got it. What were you doing? Right. Spades use logic. So this was like the spark of creativity. This is to do with like worldly wealth, emotions, and logic. Okay. I guess that's all of the tarot suits. Okay, cool. For a moment, I wonder if Barbara's gonna send another voice memo, but I see she's typing now. Oh. So now, ask the cards a question. Okay. Can I solve the Queen Slime bug? Deep stuff, man. But fine. I'll draw a random card for you. Okay. Even though I don't believe in this stuff, my heart skips a beat in anticipation for an answer from beyond. Same. I had this exact same interaction recently. And it's Three of Cups. Interesting. Okay. What does that mean? Good question. I haven't gotten that far in my studies yet. I look away from the screen for a moment to stare at the imaginary camera that will capture my exasperated expression. I see. What? No binding combat? You must be really tired. Why'd you offer me a reading then, quack? It's cute. Despite how tired I am, I let out a small chuckle even as I rub my forehead in pain at the lame pun. It's been a while since we had this sort of back and forth. I'll get back at you on Saturday. Be ready for some high-level comical exchange. Roger, have a good night. I finally leave my phone on the desk and lean once more on the back of my chair. Magical card readings aside, playing an RPG would be a great change of pace. I've been too focused on work. The last time I hung out with my friends was months ago. And you guys live in the same city and shit? Damn. And in fact, how long has it been since Barbara and I became friends? 5, 7, what, 10 years now? I can't believe it was that long ago. 10 years ago was 2015. I slide back to my computer and start browsing social networks for some long forgotten high school pictures. It takes me a while, but soon a photo comes up on the screen. Aw, this is cute. I was this girl. I was this one. This is the exact fashion I went with. Yep, that's me, Barbara, and some other people from apparently a very long time ago. It's pretty funny how Barbara and I still talk to each other after all this time. That's so cute. It is really cute. I'm guessing. Oh, Guerreros del Zodiaco. Senseiya. That's what it is. Oh, I like Senseiya. Is this Barbara or is this Barbara? I'd be that typical Samki with the hoodie. So you're this one. There's the only one with a hoodie. I guess we kept sharing the same nerdy interests, such as tabletop RPGs. The other two, however... Oh, this one? I don't know. Yeah, there are some people I haven't talked to in a very, very long time. God, I'm getting old. Shut the fuck up. As my back hurts and I'm getting sick. I turn off the computer and proceed with my daily pre-bed routine of brushing my teeth, putting on pajamas, and contemplating the emptiness of life. Yeah, okay. 10 minutes later, I'm lying face down and trying really hard not to think about the damn bug and healing quest. I make an effort to think about the upcoming campaign instead. That's when I wonder, who else did she invite to the table? Oh, what was that? Could there be anyone I know? What was that? Ooh, oh, this is all the things. Okay. Nah, even if there were, it's been so long that we're probably different people altogether. How do I click it away? Ah, like that. We were all just a bunch of stupid kids, and some things are better left in the past anyway. But I guess things could have also gone differently. Was there ever a right choice back then? So we're not sleeping. Okay. I was even more exhausted than I am right now, as if all my mana had been running on fumes for a very long time. Head pounding, legs numbing, stomach growling, but I barely felt any of it. Why do I have cards in the corner? My thoughts kept coming back and forth between solving the math problem in front of me and figuring out how much time I had left. Finish this worksheet, drop by the library, return the books that were due today, borrow that other one, and then rush to meet Nina. Shit, I'm already late. I have to get going now. The worksheet will just have to remain incomplete. I ram my books and pencil case into my backpack and quickly zip it up. I'm ready to get up from my desk when the classroom door suddenly opens. Old friend. Wén. I'm not really sure how exactly it happened. I guess my keychain got stuck on something as I tried to sling my backpack over my shoulder. Oh, or maybe I just lost my balance from being caught off guard. All I know is the next second I'm on the floor and my bag's contents have spilled all over. Worksheets, textbooks, binder, pencils, and a set of ice. Oh crap. In a daze, I lean forward and begin gathering my scattered items. Wén, are you okay? I look up to see my old friend's hand extended towards me. Considering how mad she got last time we talked, the gesture is definitely a surprise. Oh. Yeah, of course, I just tripped. Hesitantly, I accept her hand. But the moment I put my weight on my left foot, I stagger and almost fall back down. Thankfully, she firmly grips my elbows, keeping me steady. Huh, I forgot how strong she was. Oh, I guess my foot fell asleep. Sorry, I'll just... Jeez, Wén. Her voice comes out startlingly loud, resounding through the empty classroom. You have to take care of yourself. I wince at her words, but can't bring myself to say anything back. My head hurts, I'm hungry. It feels like 1,000 needles are pricking at my leg from every angle. And now my friend's strengthening grip on my elbow makes me aware of a very new, unfamiliar pain spreading from my neck to the tips of my fingers. I'm doing my best. My voice comes out no more than a whisper, and I'm not sure if she even heard me. Perhaps that's for the best. Still, she pulls me up once again. Can you stand? I tapped my foot on the floor a few times, making sure it responds to the stimulus. Yeah. Sighing in relief, she lets go of me and crouches down to pick up some of my fallen books. I bend down and follow suit, gathering the worksheets that flew all over. After a few moments of awkward silence, she speaks up. By the way, I'm sorry I snapped at you yesterday. Huh, that was unexpected. Oh, it's okay. We're cool. Are we? The clock's ticking feels louder by the minute, and a new wave of anxiety reminds me to hurry to my after-school commitment. My friend moves farther away to pick up the dice that scatter across the classroom. The dice. Another reminder of an unfulfilled promise. Whoa, they sure landed far. If we were playing with Barbara, these rolls would all count as ones. What? What do you mean they would count as ones? I chuckle at that. You're right. She's strict about that, but has no qualms about chucking dice at people. You're right about that. Oh look, a natural 20. The atmosphere surrounding us suddenly feels a lot less heavy. Lucky me. She picks up the die and brings it back to me, a look of resolve on her face. It's been a while. Think you'll be able to make it today? I gulp. I try to look away from her steady gaze and my eyes land on the clock. The ticking is so loud now, I can't even hear my thoughts. I take the die back and shut it in the box, effectively turning away from her as I answer. I don't think so. Really? Again? Yeah, sorry. Someone's waiting for me. I can't be late. I'm already late. I can't afford to waste any more time. Like at home? I finally zip up my bag and lurch towards the door. Ooh. But a hand grabs my wrist and holds me in place. I just want to know if there's anything wrong. No, there's nothing wrong. Liar. There's a lot wrong, actually. For one, when did I start feeling so guilty just talking to one of my best friends? Are you sure? Because I've actually been trying to talk to you for weeks, you know? Ouch. She was right. I knew she was, but still. Ooh. I'll stand my ground. Yeah. I'll make a run for it now. I know my priorities, and I'm determined to stick to them. Dropping the ball was not an option. I was sure that my steady effort would eventually pay off. Look, today really is no good. She doesn't seem satisfied, so I add. We can talk tomorrow, okay? After classes. Tomorrow I have a rehearsal, remember? Alas, that was not an option. I guess... What do you mean? Just go for a different day then. Why do you... no. Upcoming exams? We were in our third year of high school after all. College entrance exams were already looming over us. You know how it is. Finals are around the corner, not to mention all the admission tests. I really have to focus on studying right now. I was sure it would work. Logically speaking, this was the best answer. That's the same thing you told me the last 2 times. Or so I thought. We're gonna run? I remind myself of the very reason why I was in a rush. Nina. That was all the impetuous necessary to get me going. Sorry, I'll catch you later. I twist my wrist, pulling away from her grip, and head for the door. Who's Nina? Is Nina a girlfriend? Nina a sister? Surely this will have consequences, but my mind is elsewhere right now. However, she's much more agile than me and quickly circles around, blocking my way. You're never really here anymore. Ouch. It'll only be a couple of minutes. Can't you spare that much? Sorry, I don't know what to do. No, just stay. Let her speak her thing. Like, what's a few minutes? In the end, when I thought about how she must have felt, I knew I had to give in. You did leave me hanging a lot. But I'm glad we can finally talk. My friend stares intently into my eyes before asking, has anything happened to Nina? Was it that obvious? No, she's fine. In fact, she's way... If everything's fine, why have you and I been talking less and less to each other? Ouch again. She has a good point. We and Barbara used to hang out every other day. But things weren't so simple. If only I could explain it. It's just... Oh... What? Wait, I need 2 of each? How am I supposed to do that? I think that's just in your head. We're okay. I'm fine, really. You're lying! In the end, I had no idea what she wanted me to say, and I didn't want to let anyone down. I tried to smile and sound as confident as I could, despite the burning doubts consuming me from inside. I could feel her expectations being thrown out as she sighed in disappointment. I hoped you'd at least be honest with me. Oh no. In the end, the past could not be changed. I was too young to even understand the situation I was in. May 10th. Oh, I work here? That's pretty nice. Another day at work. I've been pretty burned out lately, but these home office days helped improve my mood. That and the news of a new tabletop RPG campaign starting this weekend. Dun dun. Anyway, our studio is quite small and young-lived. After a few attempts at making mobile games, we managed to release a successful one that kept us running nowadays. Oh, cool. It was a very compelling clicker game about bunnies. I know a similar game. Even I had to stop myself from playing it after 2 months of intense bunny civilization grinding. Anyway, now that we have some money to spare, we're able to invest our time and effort into games with more creative freedom. And so Healing Quest came into being. Good morning, Wén. Programmer Bia. Okay. Oh, hey, morning, Bia.
Yo.
Programmer Augusto. Yo, Ram, my dude, have you heard? Heard about the bug? Morning. Heard what? I figure it's fine to have a little chat before diving into work. The new hire. They're coming in today, right? Oh, right. Yep, I don't know anything about them, though. Anna from the art team was raving about it. It'll definitely be a load off her back to have one more person on board. Yeah, but that's not all. Seems like she's been following their work for quite a while. Oh, you're in the know. Give me the deets. Augusto slides his chair over to our side of the desk. Is it a girl? Is she cute? Augusto? Bia gives him a knowing look and sighs. All I know is that their work is, and I quote, nostalgic, but also so alive. Just what we need. So try not to scare them away, alright? Me? I'm so friendly though. When's the one who should watch that scowl? So cold. I'm in power saving mode. Oh? Ooh. How does that work? So this is how I build my deck? That said, I unintentionally crack a smile at the programming team's morning banter. Makes me feel like some of my worries are not that bad after all. However, one glance at the glitching screen of Healing Quest brings me back to the harsh reality of work. Hey Ren, I just found another bug. I feel my veins twitching on my forehead. Is it grain breaking? Because I'm still working on that Queen Slime crash. No, it's just some minor physical quirks. I'll put it on the backlog. I struggle not to look at the whiteboard with the backlog cards. Every time I glance at the pile of work, I feel my heart skipping a beat. As my colleagues return to the desk, I whisper to myself, focus, Ren, focus. I spent some time tracking down the Queen Slime bug. Before I know it, it's already time for the meeting with the new artist. I'm expected to greet them at room 3 if I recall clearly. Project Manager Chico. Hey Ren, take a seat. Who? Kawa? Kawa. Should be here shortly. I do as I'm told. As soon as I land my butt on the chair, the product manager, starts with his usual talk. It's so nice that we're expanding our team. We can finally make bigger games, with even more passion. You remember how it was when we started, right? When? You've been here since the beginning, after all. I feel like I had this conversation 10 times already. Yeah, sure, hard times. I remember when 2 short knocks on the door interrupted me. It's a newcomer, thank God. I like him already. A slim and tall guy walks into the room. His stylish look give him strong designer vibes. Okay. Hey, Kawa? Welcome. Have a seat as well. This is Wén Xiàn, but we all call him Wén. He's our lead programmer and one of our oldest employees around. Oh hey, excuse me. He approaches me and extends his hand. After giving him a firm handshake, he says, "Nice to meet you, Wén. I heard you're gonna show me around the studio today, is that right?" "Sure, I'll show you around." "Fine," Duty calls. There isn't really much to see around here." Should I show him my dark humor right off the bat or put on a happy face? Maybe something in between. I don't know. I mean, I'll get... I don't know, be friendly. Sure, I'll show you around. Nice to meet you too. And sure, I'll show you around. Feel free to ask me anything. Things can be overwhelming at first. Oh, cool. Thank you. Here's some advice. The blue chairs are the oldest, so avoid them, for your back's sake. Hey, all our chairs are top quality. Chico protests, and the sudden movement makes the back of his chair propel him forward. I'll keep an eye out. We talk about some boring office stuff, and 10 minutes later, I'm touring him into our workspace. And this here is our visual management board. I feel a piercing pain in my chest. I fail to avoid looking at the backlog task list. Now that's a long backlog. A second pang crosses through my veins. I visibly flinch. Yeah, I suppose. I quickly take him to the artist section to avoid further questioning. And last but not least, this is where you'll be working. Anna and Beto will be your teammates. The artist section consists of 2 joint desks where 2 pairs of people can seat across each other. Anna and Beto were bent over their drawing tablets. They stopped to stretch and exchange greetings with their new lead artist. Before I know it, they're already discussing Healing Quest's art style. Oh my gosh, the pixel art in this game is so cute. It's so heartwarming and nostalgic. I remember staring at the screen for hours when playing my favorite RPGs to try and reproduce the characters and monsters' pixel sprites. Sorry. I remember staring at the screen for hours when playing my favorite RPGs to try and reproduce the characters and monsters' sprites, pixel by pixel on the computer. There you go. Anna and Beto chuckled along with Kawa as they exchanged stories about their career origins. I see that as my cue to end the tour and swiftly leave them talking. I go back to my desk to squeeze in some work before the next meeting. What are we meeting about? As I go about the other meetings of the day, I keep seeing the artists talking and laughing warmly. I'm very impressed by how fast Kawa befriended them, considering he's effectively their new boss. It's not that simple to start a hierarchy-bound relationship like that. Maybe he just makes people feel comfortable around him. I guess I'll find out. I mean, just because you're a boss doesn't mean you have to, like, abide by the hierarchy, right? You be a leader and not a boss. Home sweet home, or something like that. Wednesday night. These days have been so hectic, I barely had time to clean my place. It's gotten to a point where queen slime might sprout out of a corner. I shudder at the thought and begin picking up and folding some shirts. I pull open a drawer to stuff them into, but realize it's already overflowing with haphazardly thrown in pieces of clothing. Man, when did it get this bad? Am I becoming a workaholic? Sighing, I kneel down and start putting out the messy shirts to fold them properly. Just think of this as Tetris, when you'll be done in no time. This takes me back. I hold on a t-shirt in front of me. The washed-out image of the group of armor-clad heroes from my favorite cartoon as a kid fills me with nostalgia. It was my birthday gift from my high school days. If I'm not mistaken, the day I got this, but never mind that, I gotta clean up first. No! Reminisce! I move over to the PC and quickly look for the old photo I had uncovered the other day. Yep, I got the shirt from her that day. I haven't worn it forever, but the attachment still lingers, despite the fact that it's been years since we last talked. Barbara, who was trying really hard to put cat ears on my head back then, on the other hand, keeps popping up and dragging me into human interaction to this day. I suppose I'm grateful to her, since I do tend to not seek out other people too often. I'm the kind of guy who stays in his lane. I'm told that's why I'm single now, but I did have a girlfriend back then. To this day, I'm not sure how it all started or why it ended. All I have left are a few fond memories and a nagging sense of failure. Oh my god. I was supposed to be cleaning my room and getting some sleep, so why am I taking a stroll down memory lane all of a sudden? I get up and start folding clothes again. There's no need to get all wistful now of all times. Besides, the RPG session is coming up. It's not like my days of hanging out with friends are in the past. Ooh, let's go. That's right. I hope the new RPG campaign is just the beginning. I miss having fun with people. Yesterday's cheerful chatter about game sprites echoed in my mind. I bet someone social like Kwao has no problem keeping up with a bunch of people. I grumbled to myself as I shut the drawer, now only slightly less messier than before, and decided this is enough for today. Time to get some sleep. Oh, probably had I not gone down the memory lane route, I would have gotten a diamond? Or something else. Probably something else. It's been one hell of a week. Thanks to Kawa, we've made significant progress with the visual aspects of the game. Well, it's finally Friday. Time to go home and get some rest. I start packing my things. Where do you think you're going? I don't know. Home? No way, it's Friday. We're gonna hit the bar. We gotta welcome Kawa into the team. Make him feel at home. I look around the office and there's an energetic group gathering around Kawa. He seems to be getting along with everyone already. I don't think me being there will be any difference. Come on, man. We haven't had a drink in so long. I'll meet you there. I just gotta go get my stuff. Okay, don't run away. He seems satisfied as I'm left alone, and as I finish shoving everything into my backpack, I realize I haven't washed my mug yet. I try to sneak past the group to get to the small office kitchen. But Kawa notices. I smile sheepishly. See you at the bar? No escaping now. Yeah, sure. I'm just gonna wash this. Guess I'm going to the happy hour. It could actually be nice to have a chat with Kawa. He was a big help this week and had some cool ideas. But I thought I'd get a moment in of his time. I don't know, just go anyway. Oh, this reminds me so much of Aruba. This reminds me of Nicholas. Yep, as expected. As I sip on some beer, most of the team is hanging around Kawa, asking him all sorts of questions, laughing and refilling his glass. He blends in just fine. Yo, Kawa, you were the art director of Naptime Scare, right? What? Yeah, the team was amazing there too. The animations were so well done, I was impressed. Awesome. Do you know Z? He's like my bro. Ah, yeah, I remember. He was super into that robot anime. Yeah, that guy never changes. Did he make you listen to all his theories? Charismatic people really are something else. I was one of the people who started building our studio, but despite the seniority, I have a hard time talking to a lot of people in the office. Even though I know the project and the show they're talking about, it doesn't feel right to join in. I'd love to get my mind off the endless backlog though. Oh, are you hungry? Huh, I was so focused today I forgot about my afternoon snack. I reached for the plastic menu next to Augusto. I remember the game jam when Anna fell asleep on her keyboard and typed like 1,000 lines of zzz. Oh, that sucks. Oh yeah, and the nachorito thing? The what? Oh my god, how could I forget that? I have an understanding of the inside jokes they were mentioning, but Kawa has no idea what they're talking about. I glanced at him, trying to learn how an extrovert deals with these situations. To my surprise, he's just holding his empty glass and awkwardly laughing a little. Everyone's too engrossed and reminiscing at the moment. He can handle himself, probably. I guess even he can be at loss. I'll call out to him. Watching this, I wish I worked in a studio. I mean, I've experienced like the digital version of this because I participated in game jams and those were really fun. Similar vibes. But I've also worked in an office and it's like really hit or miss. It depends a lot like on your coworker. But it's a nice environment. At least in this game. I guess even he could be a loss, yeah. Waving the menu in the air slightly, I tried to catch his attention. Hey Kyle, want some food? He brightens as soon as he hears that. Looking relieved, he sneaks out of his seat and joins my side of the table. The rest of the team is still fired up about whatever happened at the game jam 2 years ago. Thanks man, I was getting hungry. Same, I'm pretty weak with alcohol, so I gotta eat. Wanna share some fries? Hell yes. Though I'm craving some fried polenta? Isn't that cornmeal often served with fried as a Bobby finger food? Yeah. That's even better. Last time I ordered polenta, instead of fries, my pals berated me for it. This guy is alright. He calls out to the waiter in a friendly voice. Excuse me, chef. Could we have a big portion of fried polenta? And he glances at the empty bottle on the table and then looks at me, awaiting approval. I nod. Another beer, please. Sure thing. Kawa leans back on his chair and places his phone on the table. I can't help but notice something familiar about the strap hanging from it. It's a helmet shaped like a dragon's head. Could it be? Hey, is that from Warriors of the Horoscope? Ah, this? Kawa picks up the phone and lets the strap hang between us, showing off the detailed charm attached to it. Side note, I really miss that current phones don't have that. They don't have like the little bit where you can just put in a strap and then have it hanging off your phone. Like you need to get a specific case for it. Just saying. Sure is. I'm a huge fan, even now. Really? Me too. Kawa rolls the little helmet between his fingers. Huh, this guy was my hero growing up. He always had everyone's back. Oh yeah, I miss that too. Where's the whimsy? They're taking all the whimsy away. Yeah, he was cooler than the main guy anyway. That's what I would always say. You know that arc when suddenly a beer bottle and a tray of fried polenta appear in front of us. Like my small bag that I carry with me, I have so many keychains. I'm so sad I lost my Gundam keychain that I bought from Japan. Oh no. I mean... So this is my mic. These are the babies. These are the things that I have hanging off my mic. So if ever you hear something weird next to the mic, it's that. I don't have like a lot of like chains and stuff on my phone and like bags and stuff because I'm always worried they'll break. Because I used to have a lot and then they would just break and then, you know, I'd be sad because I can't get them back. And that's charming cute, so I love it. Yeah. Here you go. Thanks. Kawa fills up our glasses and holds his up with a smile. The childhood obsession we can't outgrow. The childhood obsession we can't outgrow. This is the mood. We make games after all. Gotta keep your inner child alive. We clink our glasses together and cheers, lightly hit them against the edge of the bottle and drink. Huh. This is the same cheap beer I was having before, but somehow it tastes nicer. Because you're having it with company. We both reach for the sticks of polenta and shove them into our mouths, munching hungrily. Ah, it sure has been a while since I had this. I can't help mumbling with my mouth full. The polenta was a good call. Kawa closes his eyes and nods enthusiastically, savoring the taste. Right? I just can't help myself. I keep grabbing more polenta and washing it down with beer in an endless cycle, interrupted only by my need to talk about my favorite cartoon. We keep on discussing what was the most intense battle, the craziest move, some questionable adaptations. I'm surprised at how easy this is. I'm kinda having a great time. By the way, I have no idea what time it is now. You're having a good time. Yo, Ren, what you doing? I realize I'm standing up, precariously balancing myself on one leg while undulating my arms like wings, imitating the Swan Warrior's signature move. All that while holding my cup of beer. It's not that bad, though. Kawa is striking an equally dramatic pose, eyes closed, stance wide, and one fist thrown up in the air. At least he hasn't lost his shirt like an accurate reenactment of the dragon attack would require. We're just having an important conversation. I tried to regain my balance. I don't see you like this often. Come on, man, I need your help. For what? He grabs my wrist and drags me into the bar. What the? Oh well, maybe I'll order some more polenta at the counter. Oh no. Karaoke? This is a little too extroverted for me. It sure is crowded in here though. Augusta places me next to the TV and puts something in my hand. He takes a couple of steps away and starts waving his hand in the air from side to side. A familiar tacky melody reaches my ear. I squint to see what's on the old CRT TV will give me any hints as to what's going on. Oh no. At the same time as my brain processes the words on the screen as lyrics, I realize I'm holding a microphone. It's that song. That one song you can't escape from if you step into karaoke in this country. The one people sing loudly, drunkenly, cathartically. Is it that relatable? The guy in the song talks about his fear of surrendering, his attempts to deny his love and hide it away, but knows it's all for nothing because in the end he can't lie to his heart and all he wants is to be loved back. Yeah, that one. Pretty typical sertanejo? A musical genre ranged from the Brazilian countryside. Ah. As I muse about the cheesy lyrics, I noticed something on the screen. The words, they're changing color. The intro has ended and the whole bar is staring at me, expecting a sincere performance. Shit. I look around like a deer in headlights. I can't sing in public, let alone this lame song. I think about dashing off, but the bar is crowded and the mic is in my hands. I don't know what to do with it, and the lame melody keeps on playing and I want to die, and I feel a hand on my shoulder and suddenly actual lyrics reach my ears. I'm afraid... I'm not singing this. This definitely isn't me singing. Cow. He grabbed the other mic and taken the stage by my side. He struggles a little bit to join in partway though, but his voice still booms with enthusiasm. He glances at me with a strange smile, a bit embarrassed, but determined to see this through. Kawa, to think that you'd sacrifice yourself for me like this, I won't let it be in vain. Swallowing my fear, I join him in the chorus and sing with all my energy, regaining the strange confidence I found earlier while chatting with him. Feeling our enthusiasm, the crowd joins in wholeheartedly until the song reaches its long final note and the sound of clapping takes over everything. By then, I'm breathing heavily and sweating like hell. Kawa is in a similar state. While still grasping for air, he extends a friendly fist towards me. Thanks. I bump my fist against his. We hand the mics to the next people in line and squeeze through the bar, but not before I send Augusto a deadly stare and I'm out my plan to destroy him later. I don't think he gets the message. Either way, I'm more eager to feel the outside air than to get my revenge now. Kawa leans against the wall, panting a little. As soon as he catches his breath, he starts laughing. It's such a light and honest laugh. The sound combined with the night breeze makes my flushed face go back to normal. I can breathe again. Next time, let's sing the opening theme, you know? Unicorn Illusion. My pre-programmed answer to this would obviously be no way, but something overrides this and what comes out of my mouth is, sure. Oh? Sing the most infamous karaoke song in Brazil together with Kawa. Ooh, I got an achievement. Ooh. Ugh. What ugh? I'm not sure what woke me up. The persistent headache, the dryness of my throat, or the sunlight shining through the window. As I clearly forgot to close the drapes last night. Oh, you're hungover. Sitting up, I noticed that drunk Wén was smart enough to leave a glass of full water on my night table. Very nice. Good job, drunk Wén. I grabbed the glass and gulped it down faster than the beers I had last night. Ah, that's right. I embarrassed myself in public singing that lame-ass sertanejo song. The memory makes me want to crawl back under the covers. As some relief sets in from hydrating myself ever slightly, I recall that I wasn't alone then. Right, Kawa backed me up there. That made it a lot less terrible. I guess I wasn't all bad. He's a pretty cool dude, and we got to talk a lot about warriors of the horoscope. Wait, I didn't... I bring my hand to my forehead as a new pang of pain hits me along the memories of reenacting that famous ice attack pose. I guess I really did get carried away. How did I even get home? I vaguely remember stumbling to the bus stop with Kawa's help. But wait, were buses even running? What time was that? And wasn't I the one helping him keep his balance at that point? It's so fuzzy. It was a miracle I didn't miss my stop. As I mentally retraced my step, I grabbed my phone to check the time. 10:15. And a few messages too. Let's see. Dang, he was doing worse than me. Next. Made it home alive, man? Oh right, we exchanged numbers. He must have thought I died. Somehow. Barely. I think for a moment and add. You? Okay, next. Morning, Wén. Rise and shine. Don't be late today, or you will face my wrath. Oh no. Look like hell I would. I don't need to get out of bed soon though if I wanna have enough time to eat, shower, and show up to the RPG session looking like a human being. You wish. Better have that fancy onion snack I love waiting for me. Onion snack? And send. I drag myself out of bed and get ready to face the day. HQ de Briga. The day has finally come. Time to smack some evil creatures and eat lots of junk food. Today I play Castles and Champions and Barbarous. Is this a bus stop? Or like a train station on the inside? Like every good millennial, she still lives with her parents. Hey. Fucking hurtful. In her case, it's a very convenient apartment near the subway. Smart. It took me only half an hour to get there, which is a miracle in this city. I remember coming here when we were in high school. She often calls us over to play Super Blast Bros after class. Looking back, I wish I had spent some time playing with friends and studying. And here I am. Boy, this brings back memories. I step closer to the gates and type her apartment number into the electronic panel. A few seconds later, Barbara's familiar voice comes over a small speaker on the panel. Hello? Is this a place where they're hiring adventurers? Ugh, when you cringy attacks are always critical to me. Come up. The gate buzzes and unlocks, allowing me to push it open and walk into the building. I go straight to the elevator and eagerly await for my new adventure. It's a small table. Hey, long time no see. A green-haired Barbara greets me at the door. As expected, her hair color is always different from what you remember. Last time it was blue, I think? It's pretty. Green it is, huh? Not for so long, though. Enjoy while you can. Am I the first one to arrive? Yes, as always, the serious guy. But actually, the other two players arrived while you were coming up. They should be here soon. Oh, that's all. Oh, that's right. Anyone I know? Only one. Don't worry, it's not your ex. That's so toxic. Barbara smirks, but that's just such an old story that I don't even care anymore. Good call. For a moment, I feel like I'm being watched. From the corner of my eye, I saw a small furry face cropped out behind a turn down the corridor. Huh? Oh! It's a black cat. I don't remember Barbara having any pets. Whoa, is that your cat yours? Did you really finally make a pact and become a magical girl? Luna? Oh hey Luna, there you are. Don't worry, she's very shy. She probably won't come near us, and I've always been a magical girl. She adds, winking at me. Oh really? I could use a fluffy cat to warm my heart though. Unfortunately, as soon as Luna notices me looking at her, she jolts back into hiding. Ah, so long, little friend. That's when another familiar voice calls from behind me. Oi, anyone home? I tilt my head, trying to remember where do I know that voice from. Wait, is that... I turn around to face the person coming into the house. Etsuko. Is that you, Andre? To my surprise, a friend I haven't seen in ages is standing in front of me. Oh my god, Etsuko, it's been so long. It has, I haven't heard from you since high school. I didn't have much time back then. Yeah, right. Oh, she knows. Her tone tells me so. Hey, don't leave me out of the loop here. A flashy guy is standing behind Etsuko. He has long platinum blonde hair and edgy dark clothes. This is Sigurd. We're in a band together. He sings and I drum. Sigurd. Whoa, that's an unusual name. It's a glorious name, bestowed only upon those fated to unrivaled victory. Oh, okay. Actually, his real name is Ronaldo, but he really likes to be called Sigurd. But it is a much lesser name, which falls short of my gracefulness. Oh boy. That's right. I remember Etsuko used to play in a band back in high school. So these two are playing Castle and Champions with us. Let me guess, Sigurd, you're gonna be the party's bard, aren't you? Bard? I can play a bard? Why didn't you tell me earlier, Etsuko? That's definitely the one I'm playing. Well, both Ren and Etsuko are Castles and Champions veterans, so bear with me while I walk Sigurd through the basics. I'll leaf through the character options in the meantime. If Sigurd's a bard though, I suppose a tank is a good choice. I have a support and Tang I will be happy as a damsel deal with... What? Noticing my mouthful of my favorite pretzel... Oh. Oh my lord. Sorry, I meant with a support and a tank in the party already, I don't mind being the damage dealer. There you go. To me, you're still speaking in tongues, snack or no snack. Wén and Etsuko, tone the gamer jargon down. Sorry. We can't help but glance at each other as we speak at the same time. Guess we were too excited. Tabletop role-playing games, or simply TTRPGs, can be very daunting to newcomers after all. We don't want to overwhelm Sigurd and turn him off. That's fine. I know you're super excited to play my game, as you should. Now Sigurd, let's start with the basics. Barbara goes on to explain the general premise of tabletop RPGs. In summary, someone acts as the game master, a mixture of narrator and arbiter, telling the other players what their characters see and hear. Then, these players explain what they want their characters to do. The game master narrates what happens after that, and this cycle repeats on and on and on. That's it. It's a fun kind of game because you get to be and do things that you never could in real life, explore worlds of fantasy and adventure. As a gamer and a game developer, I really dig this shit. Except, as I said, it's not that simple of a game. Wait, what do I need a perception skill for? That skill measures how good you are at noticing things around you. It comes up a lot when avoiding ambushes, for example. There are almost 20 of these skill things. How do I remember which is used for what? Don't worry, most times you just tell me what you want to do and I choose the skill you need. The Q&A goes on for a while. Etsuko and I chip in to help Barbara from time to time as well. Being a singer in a power metal band, Sigurd is very familiar with fantasy tropes, which helps a lot. Okay, I think I've got the gist of it. I trust you guys will help me fill in the gaps. I'll probably understand better as we play. True. That's right, and you can count on us. Great. Now before we move on to character building, which I know you two are way too eager to do, let's discuss the setting and premise of the campaign. Okay. I let go of the already half-filled character sheet in front of me, showing my empty hands in the air to comply with the order to cease and desist. Glancing at Etsuko's character sheet, I realized she was indeed guilty of the same crime as me. Since Sigurd is a newcomer, I think we can hear what kind of game he would like to play. Sounds like a plan? Me? Well, there's this metal song I really like. It's about two kingdoms at war and all the horrors left after each battle. How does that sound? Too heavy? Very straightforward and easy to remember. That's a good premise. We can discuss how gruesome we want the world to be. Given that initial idea, do you two have anything you want to add? I want a world filled with magic everywhere. I'm ready to fulfill my duty as a hero. I want to achieve goals by being cunning and deceptive. Ooh. I want magic. Well, I definitely prefer high fantasy settings. I'd like magic not to be so rare and forgotten in the story, if that's okay. That's fine, as long as you don't start asking for magic items at every corner turned, like in that dragon team campaign we played. I learned my lesson, don't worry. Oh! Cubs, impetuous. Tapping into your motivations, find the impulse to move forward. Alright. I'm ready to get creative in this adventure. I can feel the inspiration surging inside of me. As for me, I'm okay with a war between two rival kingdoms, but I think it would be more interesting if there was a twist to it. We don't need to know it from the start, though. A twist? I don't know. I just don't want to be stuck having to serve one side or the other, you know? Excuse me. I want to make my own decisions. As for what kind of decision, I trust you to surprise me, Barbara. No problem. I want it. We discuss a few minor details of the setting and then finally get to pick our characters. Well, I have to admit, the concept I had for my character needs a couple of tweaks to fit into the campaign, but I like how it turned out. Same here. Since Sigurd is set on being a bard, a support class, I'll go with a good old fighter, a frontline class. Perfect, because I feel like ensuring chaos from afar, I'll be playing a warlock, an edgy spellcaster that can mate a pact with a patient to gain power and purpose. I am both of these people. I am actually technically all three of these people. Great, so we have Flashy Dude, Big Sword Gal, and Edgelord Magical Boy. I am all three of these people. Hey, as you two have already filled most of your character sheets, you can help me explain the most important bard spells to Sigurd. We spend the last hour of our session finishing our character sheets and reinforcing game rules to Sigurd whenever he's unsure. At the same time, I try my best to lose the title of Edgelord Magical Boy to no avail. My deep knowledge of castles and champions lore is nothing compared to Barbara's shenanigans. Phew, that was a lot to take in. Now that our characters are done, how do we start playing? Actually, we're not playing anymore today. This was what we call a session 0. Yeah, I told you about this, remember? It's that important session where we agree on our expectations for the campaign. Oh, right. After all, we just told Barbara about the kind of campaign we want to play. She still has to prepare the first adventure. Makes sense, I guess. Preparing an adventure must take a lot of time. It does, but it's super worth it. We start gathering our things to go home. It's a shame though. I wanted to talk to Etsuko. I realized that after all these years, I don't have her number anymore. Should I ask for her phone number, or would that be too weird? Ask for her number. Hey Etsuko. Yeah? We haven't talked in so long. Can I, like, message you? I don't think I have your number anymore. Of course, I wanted to chat with you too. I get my phone and Etsuko recites her number. Let me add you. Yo. I quickly send her a little sticker to save her the trouble. That's a cute one. Hey. Before the sticker sharing goes on for too long, Barbara calls us to talk about something. Up until now, I've been talking to you individually, which is a pain in the ass. How about we start a group chat? Oh, nice going, Barbara. I'm in. Me too, let's go. After exchanging numbers and creating the group chat, we go our separate ways. Very nice. Ooh, a few days passed. It's Tuesday again, but something feels different. If I had to put my finger on it, I'd say I'm lighter than usual. Usually getting up, walking through the street, and entering the studio takes a reasonable amount of effort. Today, I barely thought of it. Instead, I kept remembering the Castle and Champion session, how I met friends from so long ago. I mean, Barbara's always pestering me or flooding my chat apps with memes, but it's nice to see her and hear her. But Etsuko's a different story. We barely talked in the last decade, which is a real shame since we used to hang out almost every other day back in high school. I forgot how tuned we always were. It's like not a single day passed and we just went back to talking in sync or rushing to create characters that complement each other. That was very refreshing. Guess I was kind of lonely these days, or months, or years. Anyway, back to work. What was I doing again? Whoa, what is that? Is that normal? What is? I look at my screen where a healing quest is running to test a new monster. However, what was supposed to be a cute mushroom creature looks more like a convulsing mess of pixels. Alright, maybe I was feeling too light. How did this happen under my watch? Yeah, this is very much not okay. I assume that was supposed to be a new mushroom monster, right? It's barely recognizable. You can see part of the original sprite, but they are cut out and shred in all the wrong places. Pretty much. I stared at it for a while, trying to understand if there was an underlying pattern of it or it was just pure chaos. I think either the animation I scripted is wrong or the sprite sheet is severely misaligned. I turned to face Kawa, surprised. Exactly, you have a good eye for this. Nah, I just saw it happen before. Wait, look. One of the glitchiness mushrooms monster stops moving for a while and its animation suddenly looks normal again. What? Why? It only lasts for a few seconds and then goes back to throwing a tantrum. Oh wait, I see. It's the attack animation. That's the only character action that's not glitching. The animation is working but not the others. Walking, staggering, waiting. These are probably all broken except for the attacking frames. Yeah, which means it's a problem with the sprite sheet. We exchanged quick glances and let out a synchronous heh. Can you open it? Sure, just a sec. I closed the game and rummaged through the engine interference to find newly added assets for the mushroom monster. After clicking on it and letting it fill the screen in front of us, the culprit behind the bug reveals itself. Kawa, however, is confused. Oh, doesn't it look normal? The frames seem aligned. They probably are, but that's not the issue. Being the one who programmed the animation used by all the monsters, it was easy to see the problem here. It's not how each frame is done, but the fact that there are too many frames. Look, the attack animation is the shortest. What do you mean? Oh, I see. The game expects each animation to have a fixed number of frames, but only the attack animation follows that restriction. Yep. Which means, as soon as I started the sentence, I realized this is partly my fault. Actually, given I've been doing this for a handful of years, it's probably mostly my fault. Which means the artist who made the sprite sheet failed to follow the format you specified? I grimace and swallow my pride. Knowing when to admit your own shortcomings and lack of communication with the team is an important part of making games. No, they probably just didn't know about that restriction. I closed the mushroom monster sprite sheet and opened another containing a hideous stick character animation sheet done by yours truly. When we started doing monsters, I showed the artist this template and told them the monster sprite sheets have to fit this format. The sheet contains simple animations using my very poor art skills. My rationale was that the artist would only ever draw sprites using the exact same number of frames I showed them. I thought showing them was the best way to explain it, and I didn't even consider the possibility that they might want to create longer or shorter animations. I see, it makes sense. I also felt too restricted by how RPG Creator fixed the number of frames I could use to animate my characters. It's natural and important to vary the sprites and make each of them feel unique. I hadn't thought of that. Then again, I'm a programmer, not an artist. How should I have known? Maybe if we had a lead artist to voice the artist's concerns back then. Now what? How are we going to fix this? Indeed, how? This affects both programmers and artists, since changing how the animation works to fit the sprite sheet could impact all other animations. Well then, I asked the artists to remake the sprite sheets, asked the programmers to make the animation system more flexible. I think I know how to solve this. Okay. So... personally, right? Obviously, this is like a modern game in a modern setting. They want a nostalgic feel, but I don't feel like they should limit themselves either. So I would say make the animation system more flexible. I wish I had your insight back then, Kwa. It might be a little late, but I'll ask the programmers to rework the animation system, even if I have to do most of it myself. Nice, man. This will allow us to make much richer sprites for the game. You won't regret it. And with that, the issue was closed. Thanks for the help, Ka. Spotting the attack animation was the only one working would have taken a long time. No, it's nothing, man. See you around. I'll make sure to buy him a beer at this Friday's happy hour. Oh, we're going to the happy hour again? As much as I'm tired of hearing the product manager go on and on about how expanding the studio is great, I have to admit that having solid people like Kawa around is a great comfort. Around here, for a long time, I was the one people counted on. Now I finally get to have someone I can count on too. Yeah, that's nice. You have support. Right. Man, thank God we figured out that bug today. Changing things now is a bit of a hassle, but God knows how much art and code would have to be redone if we only realized this later on. I feel reassured having Kawa on my team. Being able to calmly handle sudden problems like that is a sign of experience. I wonder what kind of stuff he's done before. If I'm not mistaken, while everyone was hoarding Kawa on his first week, they mentioned the game he worked on before. Yeah, Naptime Scare. I guess I'll check it out. I typed the name into the search engine and quickly find the studio's page. The pixel art is really nice. It evokes childhood and, at the same time, gives a game with a simple concept a creepy edge. It seems to be a puzzle game about turning off the lights in several rooms before going to bed. Oh, the animation of the character jumping into bed is endearing. Guess I'll download it and have a go later. I scroll through the rest of the page and sure enough, Kawa's name is on the credits. Kawa Reis da Costa. Kind of an impressive name when you see it like that. Maybe I'll have to look him up and see what else he's posted. Ah, never mind. On the game's info page, a link leads to Kawa's portfolio. Good. As soon as I click, I'm greeted by his many colorful creations. He posts quite often, yet every piece looks lovingly crafted. I keep scrolling and do a double take at a small animation. Is that a Wars of the Horoscope gif? The pixel sprite of the famous dragon attack moves smoothly, and the character is recognizable even in its simplified state. No wonder Kawa performed it so convincingly at the bar. I'm hypnotized by it for several moments. We really lucked out getting Kawa into our studio. His art is great, he's good at teamwork, and he's an all-around cool dude. I keep scrolling around and run into something familiar again. I found art of a cleric from Twilight of the Gods Online, an MMORPG that was very popular about a decade ago. I sure played it a lot in middle and high school. I wonder if the servers still work. It'd be fun to roam those forests again, fight some monsters with a party. Excuse me. Maybe Kyle would be cool with joining too. It seems like he played it back in the day. Then again, it might be weird to ask him about that out of the blue. He'd know I looked through his portfolio, so just say you went through his portfolio. But it's just his art site, isn't it? Fine? It's not like I looked for his personal blog or anything. Does he even have one? Oh boy, here we go. The hell, Wén, chill. I managed to stop myself before going too far. Why am I getting carried away stalking my coworker anyway? I don't know. I gathered myself and decided to just take a quick look at Kawa's about page. There's a picture of a cute dog. Ah, so he's a dog person. I'm a dog person myself. Cats are more my thing. I may not look it, but I really like animals. I like animals. If it's between cats and dogs and to have at home, I'd probably pick a cat. Or another animal. A smaller one. Cats are more my thing. They're nice. Unfortunately, I never had pets. I hope I'll be able to at least get along with Luna if I keep going to those RPG sessions every week. Looking at the clock, I realize I've spent way more time than I originally planned on this online investigation. I better sleep. I switch out the lights and the pixel art from Naptime Scare springs into my sleeping brain. Ah, work never seems to end. I frantically type lines and lines of code, but no matter how many times I run the game bug still happens. I run my eyes through the code once again and scratch my head. I'm sure I just fixed this part. As I edit the end of the command, I notice a strange activity on the other lines. Are my eyes playing tricks on me? I rub them and stare at the screen again. Sure enough, words are disappearing and being rewritten all over the wall of text. Not only that, but the letters and numbers are joyful, dancing all over the screen. I drag my fingers down my face in desperation. What the fuck? Hey, Ren! The project manager slams the door open and steps into my room. How's it going, Ren? Isn't it great to work on the games we love? Also, everything's set for the big launch tomorrow? Oh, this is a nightmare. The what tomorrow? Didn't you see the schedule? What happened to your computer? I don't know, it's been acting up since what? Forget about self-editing code. There's a slime coming out of the corners of my monitor. What kind of stuff have you been downloading? Must have caught a virus. What kind of virus? Apparently I can't even finish a single sentence because the slime has broken through my screen and invaded my room. It's not just any slime though. It's the fearsome queen slime in all her glory, sliming up the whole room. Chico and I rush out the door and into the workroom. Oh. Wait, since when is my room connected to the office? No time to think about that though. We have to contain the slime. I say we, but Chico is nowhere to be seen. I'm on my own trying to hold the door closed and stop the queen from getting into the office. And she's freaking strong. I put all my weight against the door, but it's futile. Slime starts seeping through the gaps. Hey boy, have courage. I look up to see a familiar black cat sitting all prim and proper atop a desk. Luna? Where's your owner? No time for this. When only you can defeat the monster. How? You must access the power that resides within you. Can you be more specific? Queen Slime is still pushing against the door, and by the sizzling sound, she's starting to dissolve it with her acid. There's no time, so a quick reading will have to suffice. Huh? I'm not sure how, but Luna produces a pile of playing cards and selects 3 of them, arranging them side by side. Turn the cards over. Still pressing against the door, I reach towards the cards and quickly flip them over. Oh! They look strangely familiar. These cards represent from left to right, past, present, and future. Queen Slime is not giving up. I'll only have time to explain one. Which do you choose? Future. The King of Clubs. A spark has been ignited within you. Someone has shown you that the world doesn't have to be as rigid and unforgiving as you once imagined it. They've given you the courage to create your own path with those very hands. Trust your intuition and let this flame be the driving force that propels you towards the tomorrow you yearn for. Is that fire gonna defeat the Queen Slime right now? Well, this is about the future after all. Oops. Okay, that was enlightening, I guess. Now what? Now raise your arm and repeat after me. Magical boy Wén Xiàn, download. Download? The card in front of me emits a bright light and cheerful tune starts playing. I'm suddenly engulfed by colorful light. It feels like I'm no longer in this world, but in a sparkly, faraway galaxy. It's so cute. This only lasts a few moments, and I'm back at the office trying to stop the Queen Slime from unleashing destruction. Not everything's the same though. I'm not sure what I was wearing before, but surely it's not these short, thigh-high socks and goofy hat. Oh, Okay, priorities. Queen slime broken. Luna and I step away from the enormous pile of goo that moves faster than one would expect. Queen slime gives chase and I'm forced to run through crowds of desks. Luna, watch out. Watch out yourself. Queen slime mercilessly shoots acid in my direction and I dodge it by less than a centimeter. Use your power. What's your power? How am I supposed to do that? She won't stop attacking. Also, what power? I keep running and dodging as best as I can, but the office isn't that big and I'm soon cornered by the queen. This is it, I guess. Backed up against the wall, all I can do is close my eyes as I feel the deadly goo drawing closer and closer. Slosh. Expecting the sweet embrace of death, I open my eyes to see the slime has suffered a direct attack from none other than Kawa. I don't know what's more impressive, how he paralyzed the enemy or the fact that he did it while dressed quite extravagantly. Kawa? Come on, Wén, I won't be able to hold it back much longer. Oh, is Kawa also a tank? He seems to be struggling to use his own magical power to keep the queen slime in pace. Now Wén, attack. Attack? What attack? Quick one, quick. Fine. Diamond dust. Of course the word that comes to mind is straight out of Warriors of the Horoscope. Oh, it works. Once again, I'm balancing myself on one leg and waving my arms about in front of Kawa. Except this time, ice crystals are actually forming and flying towards the immobilized monster. I keep at it for a little while until I'm losing balance and the queen slime seems to be safely frozen in place. Did it work? For now, yes. Nice one, Wén. I knew we could do it together. He once again extends a friendly fist my way. Geez, if you hadn't shown up, I extend my hand to complete the fist bump, but I can't help but notice the silky glove I'm wearing. I can feel the blood rushing to my face, despite Kawa being similarly dressed and not seeming to give it a second thought. Luna, how do I change back to normal? Yeah. This outfit, I need to change. Where did my regular clothes go? This is your armor. Kawa is also dressed for battle. And he doesn't seem to mind it. Yeah, alright, but I don't want to be a magical boy. I blurt out and feel the childishness of my words sinking in. Then a strong wind blows into the room from one of the open windows. Oh? I turn to look in that direction and see a strangely familiar silhouette climbing in. I hope you'd at least be honest. Wait, you're... What a wild fucking dream. I blink and I'm back in my room, covered in a cold sweat and tangled with my sheets. What the heck? That was quite a dream. I get a feeling that I'm close to remembering something important. Alright. Ian. Yo, Wén? Huh? You alright, Wén? We've been calling your name for a while. Yeah, dude, you were totally spacing out. Sorry, I'm kinda tired. Not enough sleep? Were you up all night gaming? Actually, I had the weirdest dream. I did sleep, but I had the weirdest dream. I end up blurting out before I can stop myself. Oh? Wanna share? Oh? Weird how? I was debugging healing quest. Jeez, lame. How workaholic are you? And then Project Manager Chico showed up and the Queen Slime broke out of the screen. That Queen Slime issue is really getting to you, huh? Yeah. And then I had to fight her and my friend's cat showed up and then... Ah crap, I don't really want to get into the magical boy aspect of it. And then? I guess I don't remember the rest. That's all? What color was cat? Huh? Anna pops up out of nowhere, jumping right into the dream analysis. She was black. So is it like a sign of bad luck? Not really. Dreaming of a black cat has to do with your independence and creative energy. It can mean that you're afraid of trusting your intuition. Oh? My intuition. I've also read that it could mean you're refusing to acknowledge your feminine side. I'm reminded once again of my flashy costume. Why is our analysis spot on? Oh? I wonder what that means. Hey guys, what's going on? Are we doing dream interpretations? Gah, bad timing. As I said, I don't remember the rest. Now let's get to work before Queen Slime breaks out. Okay. It's unlike me to just share stuff like this out of the blue. Let's go. So I have a lot of like... It's embarrassing, but I guess I got some insight out of it. So I've got the... motivations. And I have emotions. I have not updated the other two yet. But I could have asked Anna about those cards. And also, who was that familiar silhouette in the end? In spite of it all, the week flows normally as I count the days until the start of our RPG campaign. That's all I need to unwind. Saturday can't come soon enough. Oh wait, we're going straight to Saturday? So did we have the drinks Friday or not? Man. Off-duty guard. Oh boy. Are we starting off in the tavern? Off-duty guard. Another round, barkeeper. You sure you can pay for that? Not me. Today it's all on Sir Etsuk here. That's right. Tonight's on me, brothers and sisters. A table full of knights with half their armor taken off merrily celebrate in the tavern. Etsuk has just promoted to captain and this is her celebration night. On dais to the side, the beautiful troubadour, Sigur, sings a song about heroes of the glorious past, a specific request by the rowdy knights. As for me, I couldn't be happier with all the noise they were making. I desperately needed to avoid attention, after all. Sitting in a corner with a hood half covering my face, I keep looking at the door, wondering if they can find me here. Oh my god, he really is an edgy magical boy. Sure enough, my fears turned into reality. Half a dozen mercenaries burst into the tavern, blazing hatchets in hand. Is Wén Xiàn here? Show yourself. As per the cliché, silence quickly spreads throughout the tavern as everyone stops to look at the newcomers. I guess they found me at last. Oh, I don't want any trouble here. Take your brawling elsewhere. One of the mercenaries raises his dagger and starts walking towards the counter. You shut your... But he's forced to halt by the imposing figure of Etsuk, who rises from her chair to block his path. Is there a problem here? Damn, I didn't expect to find knights here. Look, Lady Knight, our business is with Wén Xiàn. Our boss has some unfinished business with him. That goes both ways, but I'd rather not be captured here. Alright. The Knight Captain motions around the place, waiting for a response. Obviously, I keep quiet. Well, it seems no one named Wén Xiàn is here today. Sorry, pal. I wouldn't be so sure. Our intel was pretty confident on the spot. I'll tell you guys if I see Wén Xiàn, alright? You should leave and let my customers enjoy themselves after their very tiring day. That's it. Excuse me. The impetuous mercenary tries to find a way around Etsuk so he can shut the barkeeper up for good. Can I try to stop him? Of course. Make an athletics check. Alright, let's see. 17. Nice. Etsuk raises a firm hand and holds the mercenary in place. The man hisses at her and prepares his dagger. Then I guess I just have to get rid of you first. Congratulations, Etsuko. Your interference has angered the mercenaries enough. Roll for initiative. Ui. The sound of dice hitting wood fills the room, followed by quick notes and verbal confirmations. Inside the tavern, the clattering of dice translates into the clank of metal on metal as Etsuko's squad confronts the mercenaries. One of the mercenaries throws his knife at one of the knights, who dodges it. Instead, the knife flies towards Sigar on the dais. He gracefully moves aside and the blades stick to the wall behind him. How unpleasant. These ruffians come in here and wreck my performance. Let me show you not to cross a bard. As he joins the fray, all the other customers flee the tavern to the barkeeper's dismay. I stand up so as to leave, but... If I wait for the right moment, I can put an end to this more easily. I can't let these good knights bleed for my sake. If I wait for the right moment, I can't put an end to this more easily. That's kind of the character he went with, like edgy, right? So let's go with that. I can't risk everything by exposing myself. Instead, using the skills I learned on the street, I sneak behind one of the tavern's columns. From here, I watch as the fight plays out. Stand your ground. Though the knights are trained in combat, they are fewer in number. To make up for that, they stick together and support each other. Surround them. They can't last forever. Sure enough, they start finding their way through the gaps in their armor. Etsu does her best to keep the morale of her troop. What kind of bullying is this? Leave these noblemen and women alone. The bard jumps from the dais to the nearby table and grabs his lute. The melody that ensues is lulling and sweet. For 1 second, my eyes almost close completely. 3 separate bumps follow the end of the song. That's how many mercenaries have fallen asleep due to enchantment. Amazing! You have my thanks, Mr. Bard. At your service. Now everyone, regroup and begin the counterattack. The tides have turned in favor of the knights. They finally start taking out mercenaries and making progress towards their leader, who proved a more challenging foe than expected. Etsuk attacks once or twice, her sword slashing nothing but air. The leader is very nimble on his feet. Come on, just one hit. As if answering my prayers, Etsuko takes a deep breath and unleashes a quick succession of blade arcs towards the enemy. The first one forces him to the right, which is exactly where the second strike is aimed for. Damn it, she's good. He curses while grabbing his wounded arm. Now it's my turn. Coming out of my hiding spot with staff in hand, I know exactly what to do. I place a hex on him. Dark little clouds puff from his mouth as the effects clouds his mind. Next, I swing my staff as if striking a huge invisible bell, and the sound is very real to the mercenary. Oh my god. The sudden burst of pain makes him grab his head and almost drop to the floor. Ah, what's this? Wén Xiàn, that's where you were. Sorry about this, fellows. I say to the knight as the bard who had fought in my defense. Worry not, Mr. Mage, these guys seem like trouble anyway. Besides being very impolite and nasty. Still clutching his temples, the enemy leader has no choice but to accept he is now on the losing side. Damn it, Wén Xiàn, this won't be the last you see of me. With training maneuvers, the enemy leader dodges his way out of our reach and leaves to the street outside. And so it comes to an end. Congratulations, that was your first combat. Is this pace alright for you, Sigurd? It takes me some time to find the right spells during my turn, but I feel like I learned much more in the last hour than I did reading those walls of text in the rulebook. That's right, you'll learn much faster by playing. As for the spells, I used to have cards for the ones I use most. I'll see if I can bring them next time, okay? That's actually a good idea. I might want to do that. I play a bard every other Friday. This Friday is going to be one. Oh, I'd love that. Okay, enough chatting. Back to the story. Yes, sir. The tavern is a complete wreck filled with the moans of the injured knights. Though my magic is not able to heal, Zigur's is. We both help Etsuko comrades to their feet while also trying to clean up some of the mess. I wonder where those mercenaries came from. I'm usually familiar with sellswords from around here, but I'd never seen those guys before. I heard some rumors about them, but as far as I knew, their turf is usually over at Burmos Empire. We all turned to the entrance where the voice came from. Is that you, Commander Rexus? Is that you? The sound of heavy-plated boots prefaces the entrance of a tall woman, even more menacing and stronger looking than Etsuk herself. The giant axe on her back is all the evidence I need. Oh. I heard about your promotion today, Etsuk. Please accept my apologies for only being able to congratulate you in such poor conditions. Etsuk and her knights promptly stand at attention despite whatever pain their injury still causes. Commander, the honor is mine. At ease. You are still off duty. Please rest and relax. That helmet, right? It's really cool armor. It reminds me kind of like a bug design. Good to see you, Commander Rexus. Is your old man still running every other meal over at the port? Indeed he is. At least he doesn't charge as much as you for it, old friend. Well, that is because I actually know how to make food. I'm sure you do. Of course a barkeeper is never just a random NPC, is he? Shh, Andre, let her continue. Etsuko lightly slaps my arm, smiling. Barbara raises an eyebrow at us. However, before I can process the implication, she continues narrating. Anyway, and what brings you here, Commander? We're now sitting around one of the few tables left standing. The barkeeper serves a free round of ale in appreciation for us getting rid of the troublemakers. Have you heard about the tension over the border with the Burmos Empire? Of course. In every tavern in a 10-mile radius, you'll hear the same song. The Empire has its sight on the lands of the House Clant. I've heard it as well. It's part of the reason why I'm passing through this town. An old acquaintance of mine set me up in the past, and now I need to set things straight with them. These mercenaries sent after me came from the Burmos Empire. That confirms the information I have that his acquaintance is still here. It also confirms they have forgotten about me. Good. They haven't. Sorry. The commander takes a scroll out of her belongings and spreads it over the table. It's a map of the region containing the 3 states we were discussing. The rumors are right. My sources can confirm that. But then, Commander, is it true that our king will fight to protect them? Whether or not the king will declare war on the Burmose Empire is yet to be determined. It would make sense. House Clan's been an ally to the king's ancestor and the Arkbold kingdom for at least for the last centuries. Oh, centuries. The sudden interest in the lands of the neighboring ally by an expanding empire sounds like a direct threat. On the other hand, it's not like House Clan was ever an actual vassal to the Arkbold kingdom. They are just neighboring state on friendly terms. House Clan is also the kingdom's main provider of Kajutama nuts, a key component for crafting magical instruments. Oh, I feel like the real reason behind all this might have something to do with that. Okay. For that matter, much of the king's decision will depend on how well you can perform the mission I have for you, Etsuk. Yes, sir. As for you two, honorable bard and prodigious spellweaver, I see to it that you are handsomely compensated for helping us out. My, you've got my attention there. As for me, this mission sounds very convenient. I owe them for helping protect me. As long as I can find what I want, I won't say no to fair payment. I do owe them for protecting me. I don't need any payment. In fact, I'm in debt with these two. I'll gladly help in any way I can. Ayo, hire the cards. Let's go. It's just like that saying, friends who stay together, stay together. Commander Rexus then details where we should go and what we should do. In short, she has a contract inside the Burmose Empire who might have the intel the king needs to make his final decision. Our mission is to find them and bring the intel to the commander, here in the Arkbold Kingdom capital. Nice and simple, just the way I like it. If only things always went as planned, of course. The Castles and Champions session goes on for a little longer as we roleplay our stay for the night and preparations for the journey. Barbara decides to call it a day as we take our next step towards the Burmose Empire 3 days later. Okay. Another week begins. It's still only Monday and I'm already excited about the new RPG session. I wish I could just jump through solving bugs and completing tasks from the unending backlog this week. If only life had a skip button. Just as I'm thinking about Castles and Champions, I hear my phone's message ring down. I see the message preview on the screen and it's from our RPG tables chat. Hey guys, Zero Absoluto is playing next Friday. The show will be at Matsugi Fish Shop 8 o'clock. Sigurd and I will be very happy if you can come see us. Each and every soul will add to the blazing flame of our glory. Alright. A power metal concert. I've never been to one. And a part of me feels like going, but the other part is feeling a little lazy and intimidated. It's kind of out of my comfort zone. Whoa, sounds super fun. I'll check my schedule, but I'm pretty sure I can go. I probably wouldn't go by myself, but if Barbara's going... Okay, I think we can make it too. Yay, we'll see you there. I throw myself on the bed, I cover my eyes with my arms and close them for a bit. That's right. Etsuko used to play in a band in high school too. I start reminiscing about our school days when a particular memory comes to mind. My eyes snap open and I get a little flustered from remembering what happened at the time. Oh boy. What? What did you do? Hey, Wén. Yes? Let me copy your math notes. Oh, you must be truly desperate to come to me for help. No way. You should have paid attention in class. Oh my god, stop being such a nerd. She says as she proceeds to swiftly snatch my notebook from the desk. Hey, give that back. I stand up and try to get my notebook back, in vain, while Barbara waves it out of my reach. She's quite taller than me. Damn, that's bullying. Nah, I'm keeping all of your perfect notes till I'm the queen of knowledge. She runs away and I'm left alone in the classroom. The school bell rang a few minutes ago and everyone has already gone while I'm writing down some final notes. I fall down the chair again and mutter under my breath. That obnoxious girl. I hear the sound of the door hitting a desk as someone very clearly isn't from this classroom walks in. Andre? I break up my silent tantrum to see a girl calling me. Oh hey, Etsuko? I think that's her name. Have you seen Barbara? I feel a vein on my forehead twitch. Oh yeah, I've seen her. She just stole my notebook and ran away. Etsuko's sweat drops. Oh, sorry to hear that. I wanted to invite her to come see me at the school's talent show later, after lunch. She looks down for a moment, seemingly disappointed. If you see her, can you pass on the message, please? I'll try to remember that, if I'm not too pissed to even look at her face. Oh, okay. An awkward silence fills the room. Hey, you can come too if you want. I'm playing the drums on my friend's band later today. Wait, what? Did she just invite me to a random show or something? I blank out a little at her invitation. Yeah, sure. The words come out of my mouth before I can even realize what they mean. Really? Cool, thanks. I could almost see sparkles coming from her eyes. She sounds like I'm the only person who's agreed to see her in the whole school. Maybe you are. Maybe she's excited. Yeah, now I can't even back out of this. After a couple of hours of studying, I drop by the cafeteria and order a soda and a sandwich to keep me company. Since it's a bit loud to study here, I bring my snacks back to the classroom. I've never been to a talent show. This kind of event scares me. I feel the people on stage are going to fail so miserably that I feel like burying my head in the ground out of sheer cringe. You're scared of secondhand embarrassment? But it's too late. The Etsuko girl seems to be really counting on me. But wait, at what time is the show supposed to be again? I look at my watch and then glance outside at the hallway, searching for any external movement. To my demise, no one walks by. Then I remember. Oh right. They had those posters about the talent show stuck all over the school. There should be one around here somewhere. I dart my eyes all over the walls until they finally locate the nearest poster. According to it, I'm 40 minutes late. Shit. Almost spilling my drink, I stuff my textbook back into my bag, grab my sandwich with my mouth, and stash towards the school auditorium. Half a dozen bumps into passerby later, fully accompanied by complaints and cursing, I managed to arrive at the auditorium. To my surprise, the place is packed, enough to make it hard to find empty seats in the front rows. While I tried to find a place to sit, I wonder if Etsuko's band had already played. However, as soon as I catch a glimpse of a vibrant pink hair with the corner of my eye, I forget about all that. My rage returns. Barbara, there you are. I stride towards my nemesis, ready to demand my notebook back. I grab her shoulders and turn around, only to find a slightly sick-looking Etsuko behind her. It seems Barbara was trying to comfort her. Has she already played? Was it that much of a disaster? Hey, what's the big deal? Can't you see she's not feeling well? Barbara snaps at me. My mouth opens and closes without saying anything. I look more closely at Etsuko and know she's actually crying a little. I feel at a loss. I'm gonna mess everything up. I'm sure of it. No, don't worry. You've rehearsed a lot. You'll know what to do. Yeah, but what if I disappoint everyone? My hands are shaking. I can barely hold the drumsticks right. Oh no. I have no idea what to do in this kind of situation. Etsuko looks like she could pass out from pure nervousness at any moment. Something about this makes me feel very frustrated. Thinking about how happy she was when I said I was coming, it's pretty obvious she really wants to play. I know she wants to be on stage. As I come to, my face is less than 1 foot away from hers and I'm holding her hand in mine. Don't you want us to hear your music? Didn't you invite me here to watch you play? Please let me hear that awesome song of yours. I'm sure it'll be amazing. I spout this cheesy crap with unprecedented determination. Okay. I have no idea what came over me, but I can hold on to this confident facade if that's what it takes to calm her down. Etsuko looks at my face, astonished. Even though I can't see Barbara, I can just imagine her jaw dropping at the situation. Etsuko slips one hand out of mine to wipe her teary eyes. Yeah, I really want to play. Then play. Just then, the announcer calls the next participants to the show. And now our last participants, coming to the stage is Etsuko's band. There's a round of applause while Etsuko pulls her other hand and walks hurriedly to the stage, along with her band's vocalist and guitarist, both from her class. I watch nervously as she arranges herself by the drum set. It's pretty weird, feeling this anxiousness for another person. Barbara also looks pretty nervous for Etsuko. Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for coming and I hope you enjoyed the show. The vocalist greets the audience, the band members all take a deep breath, and Etsuko claps her drumsticks together. Then the music starts. I've never heard the drums live before in my life. It's totally different from listening to a recording. It feels like the whole auditorium reverberates to the song's beat. Damn, I've got to admit, this is much cooler than I expected. The band plays a famous national rock song, one of those that, no matter how old you get, always makes you want to jump around. I can't say if they are playing it right, but to me, it sounds pretty badass. Before I know it, the song's over, and an applause fills the auditorium. Seems like it was a success. I'm really glad for Etsuko. Speaking of which, I better see how she's doing. I quickly grab Barbara's attention and we both go towards the stage to meet our drummer friend. Etsuko, you were awesome! Oh yeah, I just held her hands and said some really stupid stuff. How do I look her in the face now? Andre, Barbara, thank you so much for your support. I couldn't have done it without you. What the hell is Andre? Etsuko turns to me with a slight confused face. Isn't that your name? That's my Brazilian name. I also have a Chinese name. Wén Xiàn? Yeah, but I call him Wén because that's shorter and easier. And wrong, but okay. Oh, I'll be sure to remember that, Wén. He has a Brazilian name. And that's what happened. I feel my cheeks warming up and hide my face behind my hand, even though no one's looking. I sure did a lot of cringy teenage shit back then. The book of my dark history never ceases to amaze me. Everyone does dumb, cringy teenage shit. It kind of comes with it. And yet another day at work begins. Back to the wondrous world of bug solving. Some time of programming passes by. I realize how much I was slouching in the chair, so I pause to stretch my back. Ow, my back just cracked. Thank you very much. Alright. It makes me think about an article on programmer health problems I read the other day. Back pain, carpal tunnel, neck and eye strain. Am I getting enough sunlight? Okay, developers. Relax. Relax. As I start to feel sudden tinglings in my wrists and doubt my workstation's ergonomics, the product manager pops into the room. Listen up, everyone. We've chosen the release date for Healing Quest. Why? There's still a game-breaking bug in there. By the way things are progressing, our aim is to have a beta version ready in time for a huge festival. Oh, nice! That's the biggest game showcase of the year. Great! That means we're submitting our game to the event, huh? Uh-huh. It's the first time a game I work on is getting featured on such a large-scale competition. Fuck. Well, I guess our workflow is only getting more intense from now. Things aren't going to look much better for my newfound programmer pains. Fuck. A couple of hours later. Yo, Ren, wanna go grab some lunch? No thanks. I bought a marmita from home. Marmita? Packed lunch. Okay. Wanna join us then? Kawa and the other artists, Beto and Anna, are just about to leave for lunch break. They all have marmitas with them. Sure, why not? Let's go. We head out to the office pantry. It's small and a little shabby, but comfortable at the same time. Bringing lunch from home is good for our pockets. Oh yeah, living off of freelance work has taught us that saving every real is worth it. You say it. Thank God we have a regular job nowadays. It appears being an artist isn't easy. Poor guys. We discuss Healing Quest release for a bit and go on to talk about nerdy video game stuff. As I keep shoving food into my mouth, I hear them chatting about games they played growing up. I used to play a lot of MMORPGs. I can't conceive how I'd spend hours killing thousands of same monsters to get a rare item drop. Yeah, I did that a lot on Femur Online. They're talking about online games, huh? This could be my opportunity. The other day, I found that fan art of Twilight of the Gods while stalking Kawa's online portfolio. Let's throw some bait. Hey, did you guys play Twilight of the Gods? I used to love it. I seem to have gotten Kawa's attention. His eyes sparkle with the mention of the game. Oh my god, it used to be one of my favorite games. Remember the sewer under the main city? I spent so many hours down there. Should I mention that I've seen Kawa's fan art of it? Yeah, he'll be happy. Do it. Actually, I brought it up because I saw your cleric fan art on the internet. Kawa, it looks amazing. Kawa looks surprised for a moment, but then smiles. You saw that old thing? I'm glad you liked it. The cleric was my favorite class to play as. Okay. He seems a little embarrassed, but happy to have his art praised. Beto and Anna seem to have also played it and are very excited. We start reminiscing about our favorite parts of the game, and the conversation quickly turns into an exchange of, hey, remember this or that thing? It sure was a pretty darn fun game. I'm getting a serious urge to play it again. I wonder if there's still some private servers around. Kao suddenly slams his hand on the table and stands up in excitement. Let's play it. Huh? Everyone seems astonished with Kao's reaction, but join in agreement in a matter of seconds. I myself think this sounds awesome. Great idea. I'll search for servers and we can set up a group chat to arrange a time to play together. We spend the rest of lunch break deciding which class each of us will play as. Oh yes, I see a godly Twilight ahead of us. It's cute. Oh, where are we going? It's early in the morning and I'm on my way to work. Thanks to yesterday's talk about Twilight of the Gods, I ended up staying late researching character builds for the game, which made me wake up just late enough to meet the subway completely crammed with people. Oh, so crowded. Gotta go fast. It still fascinates me how a few minutes can make such a big difference in the traffic of the city. Doesn't even matter if you're riding a car or the subway. Rush hour is no joke. Huff huff. Ah, here looks good. Yep, slightly less people in this part of the platform. Finding what seems the best line to wait in, there is finally some time to catch my breath. My phone chimes to alert me of a new message. Also, this background art, is it that it's pictures and then they drew over it or what? Because it's very like specific kind of shading and stuff to it. My phone chimes to alert me of a new message. Hey guys, where the hell do you even find those fancy dice we used last time? Lamau? Yeah, you're not gonna find them in just any shop. You could just order some online, you know? Yeah, but I like to see the products before I buy them. Fair enough. In that case, we do know a place, don't we, Barbara? Yep. Oh, I think I know where they're talking about. We used to go there all the time. It's decided then. Let's go to Realm. Oh, what a nice name. I like the place already. Great. Are you guys free this evening then? Huh? What? Today? Please remember your poor friend who has to work. Fine by me. Actually, I'll be in the area since noon. So I'll probably go early and wait for you guys there. What about you, Ren? Gah, I've been singled out. Though if Etsuko's gonna be there by herself, this might be a good chance to talk to her. During the RPG session, things seemed fine, even more than fine. But I can't help but worry that she might think of me... about what she thinks of me after all these years. The problem is, we have an important deadline at work this week. As a lead programmer, it's usually up to me to make sure that we finish our task in time, which means I spend less time managing the team and more time coding myself. Since I have more experience with our code base, that usually ends up being the fastest way to make ends meet. I can always make up for leaving early today and the rest of the week, but it's already Thursday. Yeah, I guess I'll have to... Ooh. I see. I can't do it. Okay, yeah. I have to give up. Damn it. I don't think I can handle it. I'll be there. Just not so early. Sorry, guys. Hey, don't sweat it. We know you have to work. Still, it's such a shame. Well, at least I'll see them a little. Gotta look forward to that. Oh, so I do still go, just not like, oh, I don't like skip work to go there like early in the afternoon. I see. Okay. I just wonder when another opportunity as good as this will show up. Just message her. If you're so curious, honestly. It was only after I finished today's worth of work that I left for the store where we'll buy dice. Realm, an edgy name for an edgy store. I'm actually unsure about what to call this kind of shop. I guess we could call it a game shop, though that usually refers to consoles and retail products. In Realm, you can find anything from silly exotic dice to ultra expensive collector edition board games, but the actual bread and butter of the store are card games. The kind you open packs of random cards and hoard them until you manage to build a deck to play against other players. I miss those shops. There were so many, like along the canals in the city I used to live in the Netherlands. They were so cozy too. I tried getting into it, but the sheer amount of money I'd have to spend make me quit real fast. I do like the games themselves and always pay attention when a friend talks about them though. In the end, tabletop RPGs ended up much more accessible to me. Isn't that...
God, yeah.
Wén, praise the gods, I finally found one of you. Sigurd, you alright? Now I am. For For though the way to the arena of mythic battles is lost to me, fate would not forsake this lone wanderer, and had Sir Wren crossed the path with, you mean you don't know the way to the board game shop? Also, sir? It's as you say. Are you guys LARPing or something? Huh? Huh? Someone called out from behind. Barbara, since when have you been here? Since always. I'm an omnipresent existence. I beg your pardon? Don't mind her. She makes fun of us for, allegedly, LARPing, but she's the one with middle school syndrome. Said the edgelord magical boy. Why are you people speaking tongues again? Anyway, Etsuko should be there already. Let's not make her wait any longer. Before an endless slap comedy act overstays its welcome, I started walking towards Round, leading the way. Oh, right. So you guys are just going to leave without explaining anything. Wait for me. As I leave in strides towards Round, Barbara sneaks up to me. So you missed the incredible opportunity to meet Etsuko alone, did you? Grr. Why does she have to notice every little thing? What do you mean? What opportunity? Ah, Ren, hang in there. She gives an encouraging tap on my shoulder. Barbara then allows her pace to match back with Sigurd's. Seems like she's explaining all the lingo we used a few moments ago. I feel like we might taint Sigurd's purity if we keep exposing him to Barbara's nefarious humor. Anyway, I'm just glad she's off my case. Ooh. Dang, it's been quite a streak of nostalgic moments for me lately. The shelves filled of colorful board games boxes, the soft sound of cards being shuffled, the distant click-clack of dice hitting a table. This is a place most game geeks would feel at home, as I did in my youth. And that is why Gap Moe is a fundamental part of— oh boy. There's Etsuko. Valhalla be praised, I regret asking anything at all. Some things are clearly better left unknown.
Oh yeah.
Hey everyone. Hey, I'm sorry I couldn't come earlier. You're not the only one that failed our honored friend. I'm the one that asked for help but ended up lost on the way here. Don't worry guys, I was totally good. I could take my time looking through all these games we used to play. Nah, you guys are lame. Do better next time. But you just arrived too. Oh, that's the Tsukomi thing, isn't it? Assertive comments by the straight man in a comedy duo, usually highlighting the absurdity of a situation. Yep, it's Ren's specialty. You're a fast learner, Sigurd. For some reason, I don't think it's something I should be proud of. And thus begins to descend into darkness. And here are the dice. Knock yourself out.
Oh.
There are so many. There are people who like to collect tons of them. Me. I can see why. There's so many interesting patterns, and they come in matching sets too. It's definitely one of the most common rabbit holes of the hobby. You know, Sigurd, for someone with such alternative and underground tastes, you seem to have a rather little contact with this part of geek culture. I've been wondering about that too. Isn't Power Metal full of fantasy tropes? You're right, lots of Power Metal songs are about heroic warriors, dragons, and epic journeys. But it was very hard to come by anything fantasy related where I come from. What? Really? No anime events and such? I actually discovered many years later that there were events and even a few geek-oriented shops, but I had no way of knowing back then. It was the countryside, you know? Broadband internet services couldn't reach most places there, and my family only turned the TV on to watch soccer. I had no way of interacting with other like-minded enthusiasts. But if it's different now, why are you still catching up? It's all a matter of bad timing, Sir Wén. Bad timing? Yeah, I moved here when I got into college. Smartphones were getting really popular by then, but I was too busy adapting to everything else in the big city and the college lifestyle itself. When I was in school, if there was a group project, there was always the kid with a computer, usually their parents. But in college, it was the other way around. Everyone had a PC, except that one person without a computer. Guess who that was? I see what you mean. He's come a long way though. If you guys think Sigurd looks kinda lost now, you should have met him back in the day. Thank the gods I had this wonderful friend to teach me the ropes. Things like the best subway stations to switch trains at and all that. And now I have all of you too. Then prepare yourself, we're just starting. There are so many very interesting things I can teach you about the darkness of humanity. Oh my god. Excellent, for facing the darkness and the legacy my ancestors bestowed upon me. No, it's not that kind of darkness. Barbara, please stop corrupting him just because you are a lost cause yourself. Almost everything at the store is new to Sigurd, so we spent some time showing him around. We showed some of the board games we like, but he had to stifle a small scream when he saw the prices. After explaining that we normally don't buy them, we just play them at the shop that lend them, his eyes sparkled once again with fascination. In the end, Sigurd bought 2 sets of dice because he can't decide which one he likes best. I can definitely relate. We spent some time looking around the shop, commenting on the board games and the other tabletop stationery. At some point, we notice it is getting late and decide to part ways. I might not have come early enough to see Etsuko alone, but I can't leave without telling her at least this one thing. Right before we leave the store, I see an opportunity to call her aside as the other two cross their doors. Hey, Etsuko. What's up? Alright, Ren, you just have to tell her. No time to be a timid kid. So, it's been really good to see each other again. She ever so slightly freezes and widens her eyes, but almost immediately relaxes and gives off a faint smile. Yeah, it has. It really has. Look, I know we probably should talk about this properly and not now, that now is not the best time. But I thought at least this much should be said. I'm getting awkward feelings really fast here. I learned from work that it's important to express your appreciations out loud. People will assume the worst far too easily. I just wish I had the maturity to have talked to you properly when we were young. You're not the only one. And it does make me feel happy to hear how you feel. But I also think we shouldn't be that hard on ourselves. We were just kids after all. For better or worse, both good and bad decisions make up who we are today. And who we are today has allowed us to be here together again. She looks straight into my eyes as she says all that. I'd forgotten how intense she can be. It makes me feel warm and hearing my heart pounding loudly. Yeah, you're right. More importantly, now that we are seeing each other again and have become savvy adults, we can talk about everything we want whenever we want. So feel free to call on me anytime. It does feel very empowering. I'll be sure to take you up on that offer. Me too. Just you wait until I flood you with funny stickers. Because that's the privilege of being communicative adults. You got that right. With that, we both leave the store laughing and talking about our favorite chat stickers as of late. Aw, that's nice. I see. It's been a few years since I've been to a concert. I guess you could say I'm not compatible with crowds and super loud music, as you have previously witnessed. I'm not the tallest guy either, so visibility is also an issue. That said, I do get the appeal of seeing your heroes in the flesh, the fleeting sensation of the music that exists only at the moment being hit directly by the sound waves. I fidget with my phone on the metro platform as I wait for Barbara. Showing up alone at the venue is a little beyond me, even if Etsuko and Sigurd are already there. Before I can get more caught up in my nervousness, a cheery voice calls out. Lali ho! She skips right out of the train waving her arm. Yo, you're looking like a normie. Didn't you have anything with spikes or leather? Oh yeah, of course. Silly me. Let me just get my collar and harness. Joke's on you, bitch. I have a collar and harness. You're no fun. You could at least put on some guy liner. Get on with the times, Ren. What even is that? Eyeliner. Sigh. Never mind. She strides towards the gates of the station. Come on, you're gonna be late. I was the one waiting for her. I take a deep breath and follow Barbara, who seems to know the way even without checking any maps. Guess it's not her first time going to a show here. Or she's lost. Oh no, she's not. After a few blocks and turns, Barbara guides me into a dark alley, at the end of which there's a bright neon sign that says Mutsugi Fish Shop. Oh. Here we are. She goes through the motions casually, greeting the girl at the reception like an old friend, and I silently follow suit. Pizzeria. As the name implies, the space really does function as a fish market most of the time. The walls covered in light blue tiles and the lingering smell of fish are constant reminders of this, despite the colorful party lights and the sound system that have been set up around the makeshift stage. To my relief, and perhaps to Zero Absoluto's disappointment, there isn't really much of a crowd. Everyone there looks like they're in their element though, even an old lady in a leather jacket who is cheerfully sipping a drink at the bar. Ah, our loyal fans have arrived. Hey guys, there you are. Etsuko and Sigurd approach us. Hey, how are you guys doing? Zero Absoluto is ready to destroy. He throws his long platinum hair over his shoulder. He means we're doing good. Sigurd is always pumped after Metal Oba greets us. Metal Oba? Is that the lady? Ah! She waves at the old lady at the bar. Oh, is she your grandma? It's nice that she supports the band. No, not at all. Metal Oba is a regular metalhead, a real veteran of the scene, and thankfully she has taken a liking to our sound. She's a wise sage. And per her wishes, I will be going all out tonight. We always go all out. You sure do. Etsuko and Sigurd seem to be in sync in a funny way. I wonder how this all started. It's none of my business though. I don't know. Ask. How did you guys start this band? While studying the ancient tongue, we found some common ground. We were in the same Latin class. Oh! For that moment on, I knew it was our destiny to fulfill the prophecy. We were assigned to do a group project together. We conquered countless challenges, and even when it seemed hopeless, we managed to make it through with our bonds of steel. And we got a passing grade, even though we had to pull a couple of all-nighters. I think we became pretty good friends then. I'm no stranger to all-nighters. I see. Tough projects like that really strengthen a bond, huh? By the way, Sigurd, you're already sounding like a true medieval bard. Be in the world of power metal or RPG, getting in character is essential. You guys better prepare yourselves for our next session. Oh boy. Don't go easy on me, just because I'm a beginner game master. Oh, she won't. You're gonna wish you hadn't said that, Sig. Eh? Etsuko chuckles as Sigurd looks truly worried. Hearing Etsuko's laughter so many times these last few weeks makes me feel like we've never stopped hanging out, despite the 10-year leap in time. I can't help but smile as well. From the corner of my eye, I notice Barbara glancing back and forth between Etsuko and myself. A grin spreading across her face. Oh, she ships it. Oh, she's... I mean, I'm just making choices as is. Like, whoever it ends up with, that's for the program to decide, but somehow that makes me sweat a little. Sir, isn't that the Scarecrow Killer's vocalist? Huh? Oh yeah. I'm a big fan. Introduce me. You know her, right? Of course I know her. From way back when. Before Zigger can even finish his sentence, Barbara is dragging him towards a mohawk sporting girl. Etsuko and I are left alone. When are you guys up? We still have a little while until we get to go set up. Whew, sorry. I might as well have a drink before it's time. Want anything from the bar? No, I'm good, thanks. I'm not gonna risk drinking and embarrassing myself this time around. Flashes of my own recent musical performance at the karaoke bar go through my mind as my admiration for her grows. Compared to high school, Etsuko seems much more at ease before a concert. You don't look nervous at all. As she speaks, Etsuko attempts to snap open the can in her hands, failing a couple of times as her short nails clip from the pull tab. Is that how it seems? I'm trying to keep it cool, but... Oh, before Etsuko can finish her sentence, the lid finally comes off her drink and the content gush out without warning. Ah, crap. Etsuko stares hollowly at the can fizzing out in her hand, dripping onto the floor. God, what a mess. I got it, don't worry. I snatch a few napkins from a nearby table and offer them to Etsuko, taking the drink from her hand so she can dry herself off. As she does so, I take the opportunity to kneel down and quickly dry the small puddle with the other handful of napkins. There we go. I look up to her to see an unexpectedly timid expression I hadn't seen in years. Huh, almost fooled you. I guess I'm still nervous after all. To be honest, my heart's racing. I get back up to eye level, taking the damp napkins from her hand and balling them up along with the ones I used. I quickly toss them away. We've been doing this for quite a while, playing together as Zero Absoluto. But this is our first concert since I got back from my time abroad. Even though we've rehearsed a lot, I know if we'll be able on the same page when it's the real deal. Abroad? First time I've heard of this. So Etsuko was out of the country and I didn't even know. It goes to show how we disconnected completely in the past years. It's a bitter thought, but I shake it off and focus on the matter at hand. Etsuko is standing in front of me, here and now. This time, I won't run off. Even if there's just a few people who came to see us here, I can't let them down. We owe it to the audience too. Etsuko stiffens suddenly, as if she knows she dropped her guard in front of an enemy. Huh, oops, I guess I'm rambling now, my bad. No, it's okay, keep going. Etsuko hesitates, but finally speaks again. It's been a while since I got on stage. I keep thinking, how did I do this? Was it always this hard? Our bass player is a chill one, but she isn't here yet. My hands are shaking a little. Even though she seems to laugh without a care moments ago, her smile is a bit strained as she stares at her palms. Caught up in deja vu, I leap 10 years back in time and reach for her hands. Oh, They're cold and a bit unstable, and also callous just below the base of her fingers. It's palpable how much effort she's put into this, and I get slightly lost in the soft and rough unevenness of her palms. They're not the same as they were back then, and that thought suddenly jolts me back to reality. My mind catches up to my body, and I can't look her in the eyes, but can't seem to let go of her hands either, so I start babbling. It'll be fine. I can see how much you've practiced, and I think you're really awesome by putting yourself out there, and even though it's nerve-wracking. Oh my god. Alright. And you won't let anyone down. No matter what, you'll reach the audience just like in that talent show back then. I finally managed to face her, and she stares blankly for a couple of seconds before chuckling once again. Thank you. I realize now that my hands are sweating, and I let go of her. Sorry, that was no, my hands were really cold, and now they're all warmed up, and not shaky anymore either. I think maybe I transferred a bit of my nervousness to you, so... She grins at my flushed face. Thanks for that, Ren. I suddenly realized that up until this point, Etsuko's been calling me by my first name, Andre. She used to call me like that before we became friends. Hearing the Ren in her voice after so long makes a warm feeling blossom in my chest. I'm a bottomless pit of nerves, so I'm available anytime. I might take you up on that. But really, I do feel a little better now. I mean, I've improved since high school, but a talent show was a good reminder. It's never easy, but the adrenaline is part of it, and I'm excited. Six said he'll try something new tonight. Really? Yep, let's see how it goes. Etsuko base is here. Oh, okay. Etsuko and Barbara suddenly appear, followed by a massive person wearing sunglasses. Oh, Bass. Hello. Oh, great, I was getting worried. Actually, she was already here getting some stuff set up backstage. Ah, thanks, Bass. No prob. Wén, Barbara, this is our bass player. Oh. Sigurd? Yeah, that's the bard. Or, well, the singer, I think also, right? Nice to meet you, Bass. Yeah. She shakes her hand firmly. Is that your name? Barbara's eyes sparkle. I've heard so much about you. You're even stronger than they say. Oh, I see. Now when you Brunhilde. Oh my god. Thanks. Just thanks. Wasn't that friend of yours gonna come too, Base? Got caught up in some work. Ah, that's too bad. I was hoping he could come. Guys, isn't it almost time? Etsuko glances at her watch. You're right, let's go. Good luck, you're gonna do great. When you're supposed to say break a leg. Etsuko chuckles once again and scurries away with the rest of Zero Absoluta. Okay, Romeo, let's get a good spot. Romeo. She grabs my wrist and drags me towards the stage. It doesn't take us much effort to get a good spot. After all, the venue isn't particularly full. Perfect. This way we can really close we can be really close to the band. We're in a splash zone. This isn't Ocean World. What are you gonna get splashed with? Sweat? Yeah, an emotion. That's a good thing? Ren, you're so silly. Guess you'd rather be at the base of a tower, just admiring your beloved from afar? What? The microphone interference squeaks through the venue, making everyone flinch. Brave warriors who have made your way here tonight, the battle begins now. I hope you brought your jackets, cause we're Zero Absoluto. I get the joke, but it's actually kinda warm in here now. Sigurd is right on the center of the stage, his flashy guitar hanging from his shoulder as he dramatically grips the mic stand. Bass is holding well, her bass guitar, with the same unreadable expression from earlier. Etsuko's eyes are fixed on her drum set. She looks deadly serious. Closing her eyes for a second, she takes a deep breath and brings her drumsticks together for the countdown. Oh! They start with a bang, attacking our senses with intense riffs right off the bat. I can't fully grasp the melody of their narrative right away, but something about it feels nostalgic. The sounds sure are powerful, but a few verses is something about it feels disjointed. Is this what power metal is supposed to be like? On one hand is Sigurd, looking like he might catch on fire any moment, gasping between verses as he sings with an over-the-top energy. On the other, Bass, an icy presence, appears completely unaffected even as her fingers travel at top speed all over her instrument. And then there's Etsuko, who seems to be going into overdrive, desperately trying to break them together to make a concise sound. I mean, I'm no expert, but that's what it feels like. She hits the drums energetically, but every few seconds she steals glances at her two partners who seem to be in different zones, and distress seems to permeate the combination of their sounds. Damn, it must be really hard to set a tempo connecting everyone with the much craziness going on. The chorus comes by, and a fist rises beside me. It's the metal Oba pumping her fist in the air in sync with Etsuko's beat. I immediately feel compelled to join her, even if I don't know the song, and Barbara helps spread the movement. The fist pumping catches on to a significant portion of the audience, and at the same time, a more confident smile spreads across Etsuko's face. Taken in by the crowd's reaction, Sigurd and Bass seem to have settled on the same tempo, and Zero Absolute is in total sync. With renewed enthusiasm, Etsuko's drumming becomes more powerful. Sigurd lets out a scream in a tone of a voice I did not at all expect to come out of his body, and lifts his hand in the air as Etsuko thunders into a solo. Crap, that really freaking fast. I can barely see her hands in the blur of drumsticks and quivering cymbals. She's so in the zone, nothing can stop her now. Not even Sigurd backing up with a mischievous shin in his eyes as he prepares to... No way, is he gonna... Everything happens in slow motion. Sigurd takes a leap step towards the edge of the modest stage. Even Bass's eyes widen as he simply jumps off. The audience was getting into it, sure, with a fist pumping and everything, but there were hardly enough people for a successive stage dive. Sigurd, however, doesn't seem to care at all. I am horrified as I watch his long legs fly over our heads and the fearful audience member back away, except for one very loyal metal Oba, whom I managed to grab and pull away from this epicenter of the disaster before it happens. I have no idea what's going through Sigurd's mind as his fall gets closer and closer. But somehow he changes plans in midair and lands, albeit painfully, I guess, on his feet, dramatic pose included. Despite the surprise, Etsuko carries on with her solo and manages to grab everyone's focus. Sigurd takes the opportunity to quickly crawl his way back onto the stage in time to join the band for the final verses. It's amazing how he still has the heart and lungs to sing his final words, bringing the number to its end. This rollercoaster of a show gets the applause it deserves, as well as enthusiastic whistles from their oldest fans, who doesn't seem to care about her near-death experience. Etsuko wipes the sweat off her brow and exchanges relieved glances at her mates. She turns this way and waves at us. Concerts really get the adrenaline going, huh? My heart won't calm down at all. Finish the first chapter. This was the first chapter? Oh right, this was the first chapter. Ripples in the water. How many chapters are there? Oh shit, I don't know. Let me see.